What's up, fam? It's your boy, Heaven Hollywood, and we're back on IE Network. This is the Heaven Hollywood Report. Now, today, we're going to be discussing the best female rap performers. Remember, the best rap performers. That means the ones that when they get on stage, they put it down the best. The best performance on stage. So, I guess we'll start at the back and come up to the front. At number 10. At number 10, we have Doechii. I'm going to put Doechii at number 10. Even though I don't know a lot of Doechii's songs, I have seen her perform, and I like the energy she gives off. And she does a lot of different things. She tries a lot of different things during her live performance. And like I said, I believe with more reps and with more as more songs become familiar, I believe people will recognize Doechii as a good performer. So like I said, when I saw her perform, I didn't know a lot of her songs. I may have only knew one, but I really loved the energy and her creativity on stage, for a live performer. So I have her at number 10. Number 9 is Saweetie. Saweetie, she incorporates choreography in her routine, which I always like. A lot of times she's color coordinated with her dancers, which I always like as well. And she has enough bops to keep you, entertained. However, the one problem with Saweetie is she's very hit or miss when it comes to live performances. One day she can be above average, one day she could be mid, one day she could be bad. And, it really depends on the time of day, the the day of the week or whatever. If Saweetie feels like performing, it'll come off in her performance. But a lot of times, Saweetie just acts like she doesn't give, much effort. So that's the only reason why I have Saweetie at number 9. Number 8. I'm going to say number 8 is Bia right now, but Bia is getting better. Bia is another one where she started out, a lot of her performances just seemed very lazy. They were matching her energy she was giving on the records. Now that she's giving more energy on record, it's coming across now in her shows. Right? She's coming across as giving a lot more energy in her shows. B is not much of a dancer. You can tell. She's a little awkward. I don't know whether it's her height. Well, it can be a height because, she's not as tall as Megan Thee Stallion. And Megan Thee Stallion dances great. So she's just a little awkward with her performances. But I think now as she gets more confident in her music, I think it's going to come across in her live performances. So I have Bia at 8. Number 7 is Latto. Now, a lot of people wanted me to put Latto a little higher on my list, but the only thing about Latto that stands out to me, mostly one that bothers me, is she does too much with the record. She had the record playing to me too much. When I seen her live, now maybe she don't do that all the time. I've seen her live about twice, and both times I saw her, the record was overwhelming, always in there. I like her movement on stage. I like the way she moves from side to side. She doesn't really dominate one side of the stage. People on the left get a little, people in the middle get some, people on the right get some. So, and I do like her. She won't just stay twerking all through her song. She does a couple of different twerks too. I do like that about Latto. She incorporates a couple of different twerk moves, in her arsenal. And like I said, the only thing is she has to get her stage presence has to get a little bit better, with as far as the record goes. I like to see that record. If you're gonna be in the back, turn that record down just a tad bit, whatever. But she brings good energy. She reminds me a lot of Cardi B on stage. Cardi is a little bit more forceful energy, a little bit more wilder, a little bit more rock bandish, for Cardi. So, but her style of performing reminds me a lot of Cardi B. So a lot of people wanted her higher than this, but on my list, she's number 7. Number 6 is the Queen of Rap, Nicki Minaj. I put Nicki Minaj at number 6, and I will tell you why. The reason that I have Nicki at number 6, if you look back now, if this question was asked to me 5 years ago, Nicki Minaj would be much higher because, you know, going back some years, Nicki Minaj was a much better performer. I mean, just look at it. She used to dance. If Nicki isn't a great dancer, but she dances well enough, and she used to incorporate much more dancing in her live performances. Now you don't really see that too much, and she doesn't move as well as she used to move. Now, the thing that threw me off about Nicki's recent performances was the teleprompter. I didn't like that at all. Like all your fans know your songs, so there should be no reason why you don't know your own songs. That to me was a little much. And a lot of times Nicki will have her fans sing the song more than her. You know what I mean? She does. She has to get her stamina back up, especially getting ready to go back out on tour. Nicki has an issue with stamina, but even going back in the day, I've seen Nicki a bunch of times live, like not on YouTube, not on TV, live, and she's always had a stamina problem. Even back when she was much better on stage, she always had a stamina problem. So, and Nicki still has, as she goes, she takes a lot of mid breaks, but as she goes, she runs into stamina problems sometimes. However, because her concert is so filled with so many hits, you're gonna have a good time hearing those hits. That's the reason why I put her in front of Lotto. It's because some of those songs don't require a lot of performance. She just have to know them and put them on and spin them, and then people be going nuts. So that's the reason I put her on at 6, because her stage presence and performance has gotten a little worse as the years go on, but she's still at number 6. Number 5, Cardi B. Now I put Cardi B at number 5. Cardi B is energy packed from the moment she comes out. Always high energy. Takes her shoes off. She doesn't mind, and Cardi don't mind getting dirty, as they say. Take her shoes off, stage dive, whatever the case may be that Cardi needs. My only issue with Cardi B is the same answer about Lotto. Too much record. Too much record. A Cardi B, all those records, at least you should. You have one album. It's not that many songs, and you don't perform every song that you have live. So you're going to need to know the record. You should not need a record at this point in your career. But Cardi B is always going to be energy packed. A lot of her fans know most of the songs, if not all the songs, right? And that's one thing I do like about Cardi. She doesn't really usually run out of gas until it's time to do Be Careful. Sometimes she dispels so much energy because Cardi is high impact from the moment she starts. So I do have her down as a number 5 best female rapper performer. Number 4, Glorilla. And for Glorilla to be at number 4 right now in her career this early, in front of some people who are legends, I think that's amazing. I think Glorilla is a very good performer to be so early in her career. She incorporates a lot of dancers and a lot of, just a lot of background participants. She incorporates that in her show. Sometimes they will lead her down the aisle, and she'll make them a part of the crowd participation. I like that about her, and she knows when to come in, when to come out. She knows exactly where to turn on the stage when certain parts come. Like I've checked out her stage. Her stage presence is great. For her to be so early in the game. The bringing the guy up on stage. To do certain songs with him. That's usually what veterans do. But she has the confidence already to bring a guy on the stage. So I like Glorilla's performances a lot, and she's only going to get better. As of right now, she's number 4 on the Heaven Hollywood list of best female rap performers. Number 3, Coi Leray. Coi is one of the best dancers out of the female rappers. She might be the second or third best dancer out of the female rappers. She's been around show business for a long time. You could tell, even though she was young when her father was out, you can just tell that Coi Leray, has been performing, for a long time. She's very comfortable on stage, no matter what stage it is. I love when she did the Rolling Loud. She kind of read the room and saw it was kind of like a rockish type crowd or whatever. So she was doing, as they say, white people music sort of things. How when white people get amped up and black people get amped up, it's two totally different vibes. Coi knows how to read the room, and she knows what type of audience she's playing to, and that's her biggest asset to me. So, and of course now the hits, coming. She needs to put more hits out, and the more hits she puts out, the better she's going to get on stage because she's already very good. I mean, hell, I got it number 3 of all these people. So her shows are always high impact and exciting. You know what I mean? She gets on the stage. She doesn't drown you out with long, drawn out performances, right? And she doesn't go out there and she's not too short. So her shows are just right, for this time in her career. And she's a very, very, very good performer. I have her at number 3 in my best female rap performers. Number 2, Doja Cat. And the reason why I have Doja Cat number 2 is just plain and simply one reason. This is the top 10 female rappers, performers. Doja Cat is not fully rap. She is kind of like a pop performer. A lot of her songs are pop songs. So I don't get it's tougher it's more tiring to rap and have stage presence than it is to sing and have stage presence. Because when you're singing, you're never really moving around that much, right? So she does have the dance songs kind of like Kiss Me, Kiss Me More, I think the song's called, with SZA. And, a lot of her other songs where they are pop songs in which she's singing and dancing. She's great at that. She's the best dancer of the crew, right? She's the best dancer. But I take a slight bit away from, when she's doing ballads or when she just songs that straight singing don't require rap. To me, that takes less energy. All right, because when you're rapping, you have to constantly, all right, and keep the crowd involved and keep up that energy and stamina. So, and your voice. So I have Doja Cat at number 2, best female rapper performer, and the number 1 best female rapper performer. We all know who it is. It's Megan Thee Stallion. And Megan is just that on stage, never runs out of breath, knows how to pace herself. I've never seen Megan run out of gas at all in her performances. And sometimes she's on the stage for 90 minutes sometimes. Right? The longest performance I'd seen of Megan was like an hour and a half, which is 90 minutes. And at the end of that concert, she looked like she could do another 90 minutes. She has employed this little routine of her becoming her own breath man, right? She plays the record in the back, but she has certain punch ins and punch outs of where she's going to use the record and use the breath. And most of the time, it's done at the same spot in every performance. You don't know how hard that is. If you've never been a performer, you don't know how hard that is to. And she never forgets her words, never forgets her lyrics. She knows all the lyrics, even the older songs. She dances, she twerks, she gets the crowd involved, crowd participation. She does it all. Her stage presence is second to none. Come the female rappers, confident, slight bit cocky at times, but also very vulnerable and sensitive when those type of songs come around. So I think Megan, like I love watching Megan perform. She is a better to me a better performer right now than she is artist. But on the stage is Megan's bread and butter. So I got Megan at number one. That's my list, guys. Top 10 female rap performers. Let me know down in the comments what you think and give me your list of the top female rap performers. It's your boy Heaven Hollywood for the IE Network.